Good evening, everyone. So, in the last session, we completed our discussion related to static import, variable arguments, and typecasting. Right. What is the typecasting? Converting the data from one form to another form is called as typecasting. What is variable argument? When we don't know how many parameters to take for a method, then we will go for variable argument. What is wrapper class? Converting the data from primitive data type to wrapper class is called as boxing. Wrapper class is used to represent the data in the form of object. Any data that you want to represent in the form of object, for that we will go for wrapper class. All right. Now, I will show you 30 questions. Okay. You people need to guess answers for that. Just you need to see the program. There will be some logic in the program. According to that logic, what output that program is going to provide. When I show you the question, you no need to note down the question. You no need to note down the question because it will waste your time. You just see the code which is going to display on the screen. Suppose first question, you need to write the answer for first question. Second question, just write the question number, write the answer. At the end, I will show the answers also. Then you can correct yourself. How many questions you are correct, how many questions you are wrong. Got it? Yeah. Same thing applicable for online students also. Take a pen and paper. If anybody, offline people, don't have your book, phone pe likhna padega. Just open the mobile. In the mobile, you have your notes option. Write the question number, write the answer. You can use it, no problem. You can use the paper also. Chalo. And for every question, I will give 1 minute of time. For every question, I will give just 1 minute of time. Within 1 minute, you need to understand that question. You need to write down. It's very simple questions only. Based on the oops, based on the exception handling, I prepared 30 questions. Okay? For every question, 1 minute is the time. Let me take my stopwatch. Okay? Huh. Good. Ready? Come on. Let's start. First question. What is the output of the program? Read the program. Guess the output. You just need to understand the logic. And logical thinking. Logical thinking is required. You need to behave like a compiler and JVM. And you need to give the output. You need to behave like a compiler and JVM. And you need to give the output. Ten seconds completed. Online people, don't write the answer in the chat box. Write the answer in your notebook. I will show the key also. You can correct your questions and answers. Half second completed. Okay? Good. Last 10 seconds. Don't write some random number as an answer. Okay? Yep. More than 1 minute. Done. Go to second question. What is the output? Write the question number, write the answer. Write the question number and write the answer. No need to write the program. Just write the question number and write the answer. A, Q will right? That 30 seconds completed. Yep. 1 minute, done. Go for third program. What is the output? थोड़ा बड़ा करो. हाँ. What is the output? You need to identify what is the output. Come on, guys. You need to guess what output it is going to give. When I run that program, what are the lines it is going to print? What is the order? What is the output basically? Completed? Third question completed. Observe carefully. What is the output it will give? You need to guess the output basically. That is the program. What output it will give when I run that program? Khatam. Yes. Let's go to next question. Fourth question. What is the output? You need to behave like a compiler. Some programs may have compile time problem, some programs may have runtime problem, some programs may give the output. You need to work like a compile, you need to think like a compiler, you need to think like a JVM, and you need to guess the output. हाँ लिखना पड़ेगा, वही तो आउटपुट देना पड़ेगा ना. If any program having compile time error, just write CTE, compile time error. If any program having runtime error, write RTE, runtime error. हो गया. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन लिख रहा है नहीं लिख रहा है? लिखा. हाँ ठीक है. I'm going to fifth question. What is the output of the fifth program? What is the order of the output? Fifth program. Completed. Yep. Now go to sixth program. Guess the output. Look at the sixth program and guess what is the output of that. Think like a compiler and a JVM. Don't copy from others. They are not JVMs and compilers. You need to think like them and you need to write the answer. If you copy, गलत हो जाएगा. आपका दिमाग लगा के सोचो. Think with your brain and write the answer. I will show the answers also. Completed. Now go to the next question. Seventh question. What is the output? Completed. You need to write the correct output. Okay. Then eighth question. What is the output? Eighth question. What is the output? In the interview, they will ask these questions only. Guys, 2 minutes completed for this. Okay. Yes. Let's go for next question. Lakshmi Prasanna, stop your camera. Go to ninth question. हाँ, लग जाएगा. You need to write what is the output. There is a int variable, there is a static method, another static method, and there is a main method. Inside the main method, logic available. You need to tell me what value will be printed at the line number 18, what value will be printed at the line number 21, what value will be printed at the line number 23. A value, B value, C value, you have to print. Look at the program. Line number 18, it will give some output. Line number 21, it will give some output. Line number 23, it will give some output. What output it is going to print? You need to guess that. So for this question, I will give 3 minutes of time. Yeah, this is little complex. People are drawing like this. One minute completed. Another 2 minutes for the same question. People who are not able to see can come and sit here, no problem. Last row people. दिख रहा है? हाँ. You need to use your left brain properly. Do you know people will have two brains? Don't know? Left brain and right brain. If you are very good in analysis, that means you are left brained person. If you are more creative, then you are right brained person. So today, आपका left brain काम करना चाहिए. You need to analyze the program. You need to guess the output. Last 15 seconds. Time up. हो गया? When you attend the interview as a fresher, they will give this kind of test only. They will give the program. They will ask you to guess the output. A value, B value, C value, you have to write. A value, B value, C value, you have to write. Khatam? Online people, completed. 4 minutes of time I have given for one question. Okay. Yes. Let's go for next question, guys. Let's go for next question. What is the output? It is very simple. What is the output? 10th question. If you have knowledge on the variables, you can answer this question. Done. Now go for 11th question. What is the output? 11th question. What is the output? You need to guess the order of the output. 11th question. You need to guess order of the output. हो गया? Good. Last 10 seconds for 11th question. Think about it and write the answer. Completed. Go for 12th question. What is the output? 12th question. Constructor related. 12th question. Completed 12th question? Yeah. Go to 13th. 13th question. See the program and guess the order. This is our 13th question. Question is, what is the output? Completed? Yes. 13th question also completed. Let's move on to 14th question. What is the output? This is the 14th question. You guess what is the output? Done? Yes. 14th question completed na? You need to write order of the output. Okay? You need to guess. You need to guess what is the output of that program. Okay? Yeah. 15th. 15th question. Online students note down. I will show the answers also at the end. At the end, I will give the solution. Completed? Yeah. Go to 16th question. What is the output? Yeah, it is 16. This is 16th question. Guess the output. Answer the confusion. Completed? 16th question completed. Last 4 questions on the OOPS. Okay, go for 17th question. 17th question. 17th question. Guess the output. You need to write order of the output. Which one will be printed? Even SOP with line number 3, line number 5, that also should be printed as output, right? You need to write that as well. What is the order of the output? Completed? Okay. 18th question. What is the output? If you guess all the answers correctly, that means you understood OOPS properly. If you are not able to write the correct answers, then you need to read the OOPS again. All the topics are covered in the class, but questions are logical. You need to write order of the output. You need to write order of the output. दिख रहा है? Completed? Okay. Last but one question. 19th. What is the output? 19th question. Guess the output. 19th question, guess the output. Completed? Okay. Last question on the oops. 20th question. What is the output? 20th question. What is the output? The- Write the output. Order of the output. Order of the output. Okay. Yep. Last 1 minute. Just read your answers. I will show the answer key. Correct your question paper. Okay. Done. Yes, sir. Okay. 1 minute. I will send the answers. I will show the answers now. Okay. Good. Can we come from first one? Yes. I will read the answers. You need to check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. For first question, answer is 43. First question, the answer is 43. Okay. Then for second question, the answer is compile time error, because the method return type is void, but method is returning something. That is a compile time error. Okay. Third question answer, first static block will execute, then main method will execute. That's it. I am from static hello world. This is a static method. I'm not calling that method. First it will execute. First it will print output for third question. For third question, first it will print I am from static. Then it will print hello world. When you run the program, first static block will be executed. Then main method will be executed. What about this 13th line? That will not execute because we are not calling that method. Okay. Go to fourth question. Fourth question, compile time error. The reason, test is a instance method. Instance method cannot be called in the static method directly. We need to create the object, but I'm calling directly. So fourth method will give you fourth question answer is compile time error. Fourth question answer, compile time error. Good. You understand the reason? How I? Huh? Program cannot compile na. Hello world will print if you run that na. It will fail at the compile time only, right? Got it? It is a compile time error. Fourth question answer is compile time error, because test is a instance method. Instance method I'm directly accessing in the static method. You cannot do that. To access the instance method, object creation is mandatory. Okay, one instance method can access another instance method directly, but in static method cannot access instance method directly. Okay, go to fifth question. In the fifth question, it will print a hi, I am SB. I'm static block, you are most welcome. That's it. Instance block will not execute because object is not created. So in the fifth question, I have a instance block, I have a static block, I have a main method. When you run the program, static block will execute, main method will execute, but instance block will not execute. Output will be hi, I am SB, you are most welcome. That's it. Correct? कितना हुआ? हाँ. No, you need to tell me how many answers are correct. सही चल रहा अभी तक. हाँ, ठीक है. Fifth question answer. Are you clear? So it will print a hi, I'm SB, you are most welcome. That is the answer. Online people, are you verifying? Yes. Okay. Fourth question answer, compile time error. Roshni. Fourth question answer, compile time error. The reason, instance method cannot be accessed in the static method directly. Fourth question, compile time error. Fifth question answer, hi, I'm SB, you are most welcome. So here, static block will execute, main method will execute, instance block will not execute because object is not created in the fifth program. Now go to sixth program. Instance block available, main method available, static block available. So what is the output of this sixth program? How are you? Good, welcome. Yes. First static block will execute. How are you? Then main method. In the main method, I'm creating object. When I create the object, instance block will execute. It will print good. After that, welcome. So the answer, how are you? Good, welcome. How are you? Good, welcome. That is the output for the sixth question. Okay, guys. Got the clarity? So in this program, static block will execute first, then main method. In the main method, first line is object creation. Whenever the object is created, instance block will execute. Then it will print good. After that, it will continue the main method. Welcome will be printed. How are you? Good, welcome. That is the order of the output. Okay, go to seventh question. What is the output of the seventh question? I am SB. I am SB. I am IB. I am main method. We are best friends. It is a simple, right? So first static block will execute. Then it will print I am SB. Then main method. In the main method, object is created. When the object is created, instance block will execute. It will print I am instance block. Then I am main method. I am main method. Then test method will be called. Test method is instance method. I'm calling with object, no problem. It will print we are best friends. I am SB, I am MB, I am main method, we are best friends. That is the output. That is the order. That is the order. Then, yes. Now let's go to eighth question. Eighth question. Eighth question, answer is a success. Answer is success. The reason, program, the first one is a static method. Am I calling the static method anywhere? No, that is useless method. Just to confuse you, I have given that method. But I'm not calling that method now. That method is having a return type. It is creating the object and it is returning the object. That is syntactically valid, but I'm not calling that. Syntactically it is valid, but I'm not calling that method. Now, program execution will start from, guys listen, eighth program. Program execution will start from main method. Inside the main method, I created the object. I call the method. Test1 method I am calling, not the test method. Test is one method, test1 is one method. Test1 method will print a success. Success is the output. Correct. Yes. Now go to ninth question. Ninth question. A value will be 30, B value will be 30, C value will be 20. Right. A value will be 30, B value will be 30, C value will be 20. Correct. Before calling the before 23 line, before printing the C value, I'm calling test 2. In the test 2, it is reinitializing with the 20. So I value will become 20 for C. A value will print 30, B value will print 30, C value will print 20. Yes. Got it? Huh. 10th one. What is the output of the 10th program? What is the output of the 10th program? 0. 0. 10th output is 0. The reason? Program execution will start from main method. Inside the main method, I am calling test method. Test is a static method. Main also static method. One static method. Guys, why are you making noise? Listen. Hello. Listen. So here, 10th program, what is the output? Output is 0. The reason? Inside the main method, I am calling test method. Test method is returning the object. Okay. Object.I. I value does not have any initialization. It will be initialized with the default value. That is 0 for int type. 10th question answer is 0. Now go to 11th question. What is the output? I am constructor success. Execution will start from main method. Inside the main method, I am creating the object. When the object is created, constructor will be called. Then success will be printed. Output, I am constructor and success. That is the output for the 11th question. Okay. Now go to 12th question. In the 12th question, what is the output? Only success, because constructor will not execute. Constructor will not execute. So output is only success. Then go to 13th question. 13th question. Hey, I'm available in Hyderabad. I'm first. I'm available in Hyderabad. Success. So first static block will execute. Static block will execute. I am first. Then constructor will execute. Hey, I'm available in Hyderabad. Then success. That is the output. Got it? So 13th question output, I'm first. Hey, I'm available in Hyderabad. Success. That is the order. Okay. Go to 14th question. What is the output? Compile time error. 14th question, compile time error, because observe, class is having only parameterized constructor. When the class is having constructor, compiler will not add the constructor. My class is having only parameterized constructor, but I am trying to create the object with the default constructor, which is not available. Compile time error. 14th question answer is compile time error. It is compile time error. You got the reason, right? Program is having only parameterized constructor. I'm trying to create the object with the default constructor. So it is compile time error. Now go to 15th question. What is the output? 15th question, high is the output, because my program is having one parameter constructor, two parameters constructor. I'm creating the object with one parameter constructor. It will print a high as the output. 15th question output is high. Now 16th question. 16th question, 16th question is error, guys. Compile time error. 16th question, compile time error, because I'm creating object with the two parameter constructor. I'm trying to create the object with the two parameter constructor. It will execute. In the two parameter constructor, what I am trying to do? This half bracket. This half bracket nothing but zero param constructor. Does this class having any zero param constructor? No. This class is having one parameter constructor, two parameter constructor. Observe. Class E. Class E having one parameter constructor. It is having two parameter constructor. I'm trying to create the object for the two parameter constructor using main method. what that two parameter constructor is doing? This. It is trying to access this of bracket. What is the meaning of this of bracket? Zero param constructor. Do we have zero param constructor? No, that is a failure. That is a failure. So for 16th question, answer is compile time error. It cannot compile the program because we are trying to access zero param, which is not available in the program. Got it? Yep. Now go to 17th question. It's very simple. N do line, n of int do line. So first we will execute zero param constructor. No, n space n of int. Zero param constructor will execute do bar because I am calling again this here. Got it? See line number 7. Once again I am calling the zero param constructor. Guys, see the output will be first. Observe order of the output for the 17th question. First zero param, it will start from main method. In the main method I'm creating object with the zero param constructor, so first this n will be printed. After that that line will be printed. Then again I am creating object with the parameterized constructor. Inside the parameterized constructor I am again calling this. That means it will call the zero param constructor once again. Then after it will print n of int. N line n of int line. That is the order. Got it? Okay. Go to 18th question. 18th question is compile time error. Yes, it is compile time error. It will not allow you that recursive access of the constructors. Okay, see here. You see here, guys. If it is a methods stack overflow error, but it is a constructor, compile time error. Methods, if you access, it is a runtime error, but this is a constructor. So compile time only it will fail. See guys, why this 18th question is compile time error? In the main method, observe, in the main method, I'm creating the object by using zero param constructor. It will go to zero param constructor. In the zero param constructor, what I am doing? This of 10. What is the meaning of this of 10? One parameter constructor. In the one parameter constructor, what I am doing? This. It will go to zero param. In the zero param again, parameter constructor. In the parameter again I am calling zero param. So it is a recursive of constructor. Program cannot be compiled. Not even error. It is a compile time failure. If it is a methods runtime error, if it is a constructors, compiler only will stop it. Constructors recursive calls you cannot do. Understood? Why it is going to fail? Now the last question, sorry, 19th question. 19th question is very simple, na? T line T of T coffee. No, only T. T line T. That's it. Again line. First I am creating object for zero param constructor. So it will print to T. Then line will be printed. I'm creating object with a parameter constructor. In the parameter constructor again I am creating object with the, observe, in the parameter constructor 7th line again it will execute zero param constructor. Got it? Good. Fine. Now like question number 20. Question number 20. Hi. R int R. It is a compile time error. Because this keyword should be the first line in the constructor. Twentieth question answer is compile time error. The reason, whenever you are writing this keyword, that should be the first line in the constructor. Who got 0? Huh? One galti. Okay. Online people, 19th correct, Satya. Guys, you got it. Why we are getting compile time error for 20th? Why we are getting compile time error for 20th? Whenever you are calling this keyword, that should be the first line in the constructor. But here in the constructor, first I am writing SOP, then I am writing this. It is illegal. This keyword should be in the first line. Okay? Yes. How many people got the score below 10? Can you raise your hand? 1, 2, below 10. Below 10. No. How many you got? 7 score. Okay. You need to practice more on the oops. Anybody 20 out of 20? I thought of giving a gift. No. Okay. Guys, I will share the PDF. I have given the answer key also here. Okay. It will be helpful for you. Yep. 20th is compile time error. Completed? Yes. Good. How is the exam? Huh? How many you got? 18 you got. Okay. You man? 17. No, you 19. 17. Copy kiya? Ladies, 11, 15, 16, 13, 14. Okay. Shall we go for next exam? Yeah. That next exam is on the exception handling. Okay. So yesterday, did you attend Jenkins class? The people who attended, they might got the clarity how project will be deployed in the real time. We are writing the code. How that code will be deployed to the server. You might got that idea. Yesterday, almost 800 people attended that Jenkins workshop. So that was very helpful. When you have your free time, please go through that video. So you will get the clarity. Once your task is completed in the company, how the project will go to the server, how people will access the project. You will get that clarity in that video. Multi-threading, attended? Attended? Good. How is the workshop? आप लोग वही बोलते भाई. Okay, let's go for next exam. हाँ भाई, rest चाहिए. 10 questions only. Just 10 questions only. Guys, see, next exam, it is on the exception handling. This is on the exception handling. You need to write the answer. What is the output of the program? First question, what is the output of the program? And you just write what is the output. Just write the output. हाँ, you need to write fully qualified name, package name, exception name, कुछ भी. What is the output? Now think properly. Some programs may have compile time problem. Some programs may have runtime problem. Some programs may execute successfully. If you can answer these questions, logical thinking will improve, guys. You need to understand the execution flow of your program. Completed. Completed, guys. Yep. Go to second program. Tell me what is the output. Think properly. What is the output of this program? You need to think about arrays. You need to think about loops. You need to think about exception handling. Three concepts are used in the program. Arrays concepts used, loops concept is used, and exception handling concept also used. What is the output I want? हो गया? Okay, go to third program. What is the order of the output? हाँ. Second question completed na? Third question. This is third question. Observe, think and guess the output order. What is the order of the, what output it will print? Huh, get message, simple. Get message method will print the exception information. That's it. What is the output? Completed? Third question completed. Now guess the output for fourth question. What is the output of the fourth question? हो गया? Fourth question completed. Now let's go to fifth question. What is the output? Fifth question. Completed? Huh? Okay, go to sixth question. Go to sixth question. See what is the output. Sixth question, guess what is the output? Yes, maybe I think I prepared only sixth question, huh? Yes. Sixth question, guess what is the output? Completed? Sixth question completed. Okay. Seventh question. What is the output? Seventh question. What is the output? Acha. Completed? Seventh question. Look at properly. You need to guess the correct output. Okay. Go to eighth question. Eighth question. Check it. What is the output? Guys, completed. Ninth question. Ninth question. हो गया? Good. Now, last question. You need to guess what is the order of the output. हो गया? Can we see the answer? सब लोग एक बार रीड करो उसको. Okay, go from starting. First question, the output will be arithmetic exception. Okay. It will print, it will fail in the try block. At the line number 6, it will throw arithmetic exception. There is a right catch block available. Inside the catch block, I have SOP. It will print the output as arithmetic exception. Go to the second program. Output is 123450. 123450, because here array size is 5, but I'm trying to loop it 7 times. Yeah, it will fail at 6, arithmetic exception. When it fail at arithmetic exception, it will go to catch block. Array index, or sorry, when I'm trying to access A of 6, actually array size is what? 5. So 5 times we can access the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we access the 6th element, arithmetic exception, it will go to catch block. In the catch block, it will print 0. So here I'm using printer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 will be appended to the same line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 is the output. Right? Got it? Next one, third one. For third program, order will be 1, 1, 3, 4, 5. Exception will be there in the middle. Yes, 1, 3, 1, 3, exception, 4, 5 is the output. Why compile them error? If guys, listen. For println method, you can pass int type as a input. It will print that. If you pass the double quotes, it will print as a group of character. Println method can take int as a data type. It can take string as a data type. It can take object as a data type. Got it? Correct. Guys, most of the people, listen, most of the people thinking that Sir, one you are not keeping in the double quotes, it is a compile time error. No. For println method, I can pass the string as a input, or I can pass any number, or I can pass any object. It is valid. The order of the output is 1 first. Observe. Order of the output first 1. After 1 exception will come. It will go to catch block. It will print 3, print the exception, print the 4, then come out, then print the 5. 1, 3, exception, 4, 5. That is the order. He told me, sir, everything is a compile time error. That is valid. Okay. Chalo. Now, fourth question. What is the output for the fourth question? Only finally block will execute. Final, here you need to remember, generally when we have a written statement, method will come out from the execution, but finally block will dominate the written statement. Even if you have a written statement, finally block will execute. Got it? Generally when we have a written, after the written, logic will not execute. Execution will come out from the method. But when you have a finally block will dominate the written statement. Here, even though you are returning some value from the try block, finally block will be executed. The output is in finally block. The answer is in finally block. Got it? Understood? Now, fifth one. One exception, 2. Why 2 will print when the method is throwing the exception? If it 1 will print, exception will throw. Why 2 will print? Huh? Yes, if you create also, exception will throw out. Program will terminate abnormally there only. No, 2 will not print. 1 and exception is the output. After throwing the exception, method will terminate there only. It will not come to second line now. Yes, anything. If you throw the exception, that means you are stopping the method there only. Huh? Sorry? Array air simple. I will write the program. I will show you. Okay. See the code. What is there? System.out.println of 1. See the program. System.out.println of 1. When I give number, is it failing? No, it is valid. It will print 1 as the output, man. It will print 1 as the output. That is valid. Okay. Now, after this, what is my code? If true, throw new class not found exception. I'm throwing the exception Janbuchke. When I do that, it is giving a warning. Then I'm going to give class not found exception. Okay. Then here I'm writing system.out.println of 2. Run the program. 2 will not print, because whenever you are throwing, always condition will satisfy. Whenever you throw the exception, that means you are stopping the program abnormally. Okay. 2 will not be printed. Understood? Next, go to sixth program. What is the order of the output? 1 compile time error. Sixth program is a compile time error. Because S is a local variable in the try block. I cannot access that in the catch block. भाई इधर आपको clue भी दिया था. Yes. When I copy the screenshot, it is giving the clear error. S is having an error. S is a local variable for the try block. Cannot be accessed outside of the try. That is a compile time error. Sixth program, it is a compile time error. Okay? Understand why it is a compile time error? Local variable. S is a local variable in the try block. Cannot be accessed outside of the try. But I'm trying to access in the catch. It is giving an error. Okay? Good. Now go to seventh program. What is the output of the seventh program? 1, 1, 4, wrong. 1, 6, 5. 1, 6 and exception. In the try block, you will get arithmetic exception. Catch block is looking for number format exception. Sorry? No, no. In the try block, we are getting arithmetic exception. But catch block is looking for number format exception. So what will happen? Catch block will not execute. 1, 6, exception is the output. 5 will not print. Why 5 will not print? Program will terminate abnormally in the try block only. 1, 6 and the exception. Kya? Sorry? Repeat the answer. Guys, see. My program is going to execute from the main method. System.out.println of 1. 1 will be printed. I is equal to 10 by 0. It will throw arithmetic exception. Is there any catch block which will handle arithmetic exception? No catch block. Exception will come. That means program will terminate abnormally. Right? 1 is printed. Exception occurred. But irrespective of the exception, catch finally block will execute. Inside the finally block, 6 will be printed. Here 1 will be printed, fourth line. Exception occurred. Finally block will execute. Program will terminate abnormally. Correct catch block is not available for arithmetic exception. 1, 6 exception is the output. Samjha? Good question, right? Huh? Error hoga. Most of the people thought that 1, 4, 5, 6, 5. Yeah, but there is no catch block to handle arithmetic exception. Okay, now go to 8th question. What is the output? 142. First 1 will be printed, 40 will be printed, then 2. 142, not 142. 142. That is the output. Try block is empty, so there is nothing to throw the exception. Catch block will not execute. Finally block is empty. Just that method will return 40. That 40 will be printing on the console. That's it. 142. Now go to 9th program. What is the output? What is the output? Yes, first inside finally block will execute, then 0 will print. Method is returning some value. After method execution is completed, then only it will return na. First finally block will execute, then 0 will be printed. That is the correct answer. No, the actual purpose of the question is to understand the order only, right? First it will execute finally block, then it will print 0. How? It isn't try block. Guys, observe. People are thinking that 0 finally block is the output. No. Whenever the method is executed, try block is executed, try block returning that value. What is the meaning of returning the value? Come out from the method. Will it come out from the method without executing finally? First it will execute finally, then it will come out from the method. Finally block will dominate the return statement. First it will execute the finally block, then it will come out from the method. The output finally block 0. Got it? Yep. Last program. Compile them error. Last program compile them error because there should not be any statement between try and catch. After the try block, directly catch block should be there. But I have written system.out.println of I. Syntactically, it is invalid. People are thinking about the logic, but it is a compile them error. There should not be any statement between try and catch. After the try, directly catch should be there. But between the try catch, there is a statement. Because of that, it is compile time error. Yes. There should not be any statement between the try catch finally. After try, catch. After catch, finally. That's it. How many questions correct? 4. आपका 4 only. Fail. अब सारा compile time error लिख दिया है ना? Anybody got 10 out of 10? Online people, anybody 10 out of 10? Huh? 7 out of 10, 4, 6. Sweta Deshmukh, 6 answers correct. Online people are crying. Only 3 correct. 6. Rajesh got 3 answers correct. Online people, anybody 10 out of 10? No one. Only 6 answers. 7 out of 10. No answer. No sir. 8. 9. Satish Varada 9. Satish is experienced person, man. You should get 10 out of 10. 4. Kirti 4 answers correct. So you guys told that you understood exception handling. Ganta. That is not in the exam. They will not give you IDE, right? In the exam they will give you paper. They will not give you IDE. Okay? Guys, how is the exam? Good. So this will improve your logical thinking. You need to be very strong in the basics. You need to be very strong in the basics. Then only you can analyze. Analysis is important. Okay. Fine. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow session. Thank you guys.